Akeem, what's going on?
Yo, what's good?
Chilling,
What
chilling. What's the
up,
word?
Mika? What up, Quinn?
What's the word, big
What's
bro?
up?
Nah, nothing, man. I just wanted to touch bases with you. Did you hear about your chameleon,
Who's my chameleon?
Kamala?
What about her? What do you mean? It's so much stuff going
Uh,
on about her at this point.
have you seen that picture of her with her grandma,
I,
Yeah, we talked
Oh
about
yeah, that
Quentin
she.
and Mika was just telling me about that.
bruh? Grandma battle supposedly.
we
She
gonna
she
we
got a
gonna we
picture with
gonna let
her
Candace
standing
Owens
side by
handle that.
side with her. Yeah,
Listen,
yeah.
listen,
Candace Owens
listen.
dropped that.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Um, and I was telling Quentin this. Quentin and Mika was just having this conversation before we went live. Um, okay, so I got two things on this. All right, let's just go ahead and use this as a subject while we at it. Give me a
She
second.
got she got the paperwork, the real paperwork.
You
Yeah,
idiot! You
yeah.
freaking idiot!
Grandma died in 1960. Kamala was
Yep,
born in 1964. Explain to me
yep.
how you got a picture side by side. Y'all been leveraging social media since Aiden Ross did the interview with Trump. So now we just gonna Photoshop pictures. That's what we doing now.
Yep. Or it's got to be pictured with the help because you do know
Mm-hmm.
her family did have a lot of indentured servants and stuff like that. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Or
Um,
we could say that this ain't even a picture of her and Kamala. This could have just been a random picture.
yep. But what we do know for a fact it's not her grandmother because she got the death certificate. She didn't check the Candace even went as far as to
okay,
go
but hold
down.
on, hold on. But okay, so let me look at it from all angles because I'm not familiar with it. I have not watched anything. I just been down and deep focusing on what I've been focusing on. Okay, so let's explore this. Let's have this conversation. You do have two different grandmothers, right? One of your mothers died
That's what I
in
was thinking. I was
20.
like, what about her other grandma?
Wait, her mom's mom is Indian.
Oh, okay.
And this mother is
So
Jamaican.
what is being alleged? What are they saying?
The black, the what's black? The thing she's running on, being a black woman, is not black. She's actually Irish. That's what she's trying to
So where
say.
did she
Mm-hmm.
get her color from? Because she does
The
exhibit
Indian, the
characteristics.
Indian, the
Okay,
Indian
so
gave her the color.
her father is Hindu and Irish. The Irish settlers there had slaves, and there were Indian people on the island. So the father has already said, because he didn't like that Kamala was using her heritage. He already said he was Hindu and Irish. He said this. Kamala said she was black. His mother is Irish, and Candace
And
found
she
it out.
owned slaves.
Yes, they all. The father said that in his memoir.
The father got a memoir.
Yeah, he already said he don't like he disowned Kamala.
Is that why she don't talk
Yep.
about him?
That's why she
Yeah,
doesn't
because
talk about him.
she only
Yep.
talk about her mama now. Yup, that's what Candace said too. That's funny.
He and I
I didn't
said
know
I
that.
said this to
And
people, and they were like, "Oh no!" I'm like, "Why don't y'all just go ask the father?" The father already said in the memoir that it was on Fox News one time. He don't like Kamala.
and and the fact that she keep running with this narrative that her mom saved up money until she was a teen to buy a home, but we're not gonna speak on the fact that that home was in Canada.
And the fact that her family is rich in India. They come from a high caste system.
All of
And
this
they're
is
both
alleged, right?
No, this is not alleged. This is all okay. So, in order for it to be alleged, right, it would have to be just hearsay. It's on paperwork. It's on census records. It's on newspapers. It's all there.
It's
And
alleged that the white lady is her grandma, not the black. It's alleged. From the preponderance of the evidence, it looks like she's lying, but as of now, it's alleged.
it can't. Okay, so if I go get my birth certificate, which has my mom's name on it, and then I go get my mom's birth certificate, which has her mother's name on it, and then I go get that one that has somebody else's name on it, that's that's
How
evidence.
do they get the birth certificates?
it's
Oh,
it's public record.
yeah,
The
that's
birth
true.
certificates?
It's a paper
Yes,
trail.
I can go get yours.
Yes, the birth certificate and the death certificate. It's a paper trail. You're not bypassing that. We're not gonna bypass paperwork.
Nah. If Candace was just talking, I would tell you she's just talking, right? I still would believe it
She
because
is
it
just
makes sense.
talking. She was
But
like, I commit a felony. I go to Kamala and pluck her. She was like, how many years I'm gonna get for that? I'll go take her hair out. I was like, what? She crazy.
Whoa,
they,
whoa, 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 whoa.
I don't believe nothing until I see paperwork, and she brought paperwork,
she bought paperwork.
black and white. We ain't even arguing that.
That's why with
Anton,
them,
you from the hood. You see,
Okay,
you
but
She
from the
here,
wrote
hood.
down.
You
She
know
put on a
paperwork
piece of
parties. You know
paper.
how it go.
She said the dates people were born, the dates people were married, the day people had kids, and then she showed all the sources, like
pictures
where
of the
she had it
grave
from,
site.
all on the. Yeah, she had that
We from the
laid out.
same hood, bro. We from the same hood. You know how paperwork parties go.
because
We
I'm
not
hearing
about to
all,
let this one slide.
I'm hearing all of this for the first time. So I haven't
Has it
watched any of it. I'm all
everything.
just hearing what y'all telling me. So I'm just listening. I'm trying to figure out what the
No.
fuck is going on.
Somebody said we need Maury.
Man,
Okay, so here's the question though. All right, so let's assume that it's all a lie. Let's assume that one of the reasons why she's apprehensive about talking about it, or when anybody asks her about whether or not she's black and all of that stuff. Let's say that that's a problem, right? Is it going to
mhm.
affect the elect? Is it going to affect the way that people voting for her?
Yeah, if you tell a whole bunch of black people that
It
this
probably
motherfucker's
won't.
supposed to be black ain't black, they gonna flip on
Yes,
the ass.
it's going
It,
to.
it,
It's going to. They're going to fight like hell to keep her, but once the evidence is out there, oh no,
Black
it's going
ain't
to
black.
affect them.
It's a wrap.
Y'all really believe that this is going to slow down? You because listen, bro. Look,
I don't. I don't.
Black
I'm
I
gonna
don't
tell
think
you
it's gonna
representation
slow
this.
it down.
I'm gonna
and the
tell you
black
this.
concoction will feel betrayed.
Let me tell you something, bro.
I don't think it's gonna. I don't think it's gonna slow it down.
My family. I don't know about. I got one brother that I'm not sure about. He just might not be voting at all. But my intermediate family and my extended family are all fucking Democrats to their core. I may be me and in my household, and maybe my younger brother. I'm not sure, but I may be the only person in my family that is standing my ground and saying, "Listen, I'm not fucking with the Democratic Party or Kamala Harris."
My
I may
dad,
be the only one. So I don't think it matters. Like if I was to call them
Same
right
here.
now, if I was to call them right now, people have been marketed to so bad to where they think that Trump is some kind of bad guy all of a sudden. They have this media have done their job in marketing him as a bad guy. Not only that, people, especially black people, are staunch. They don't give a listen. You could tell them that you about to take them and they about to be a part of the next Holocaust, and they voting that way. They don't give a fuck.
Right, but if that's the case, Anton, she could have just ran as her regular Indian or Irish self, and it would have been fine because Black people have been voting for Caucasian and not and others, for decades. So that's why it didn't make
Hmm.
any sense for her to say she was Black just because
Why
she has a tan.
she has said she was black way before she ever started running for president of the United States.
No, she did not. She
Yes,
only
she did.
started
She
that.
said it on the Breakfast
No,
Club. She said it
That
to
was when
Charlemagne
she
on the
started
Breakfast
running,
Club.
2019. Breakfast Club was
but
2019.
before the
Right.
Breakfast Club, she was saying that she was Indian.
She was South Asian, yes.
Correct, but she said it on the Breakfast Club is my
She
point.
said on the Breakfast Club because that's when the Democratic Party knew they was going to put her in the race.
She said it on the Breakfast Club because she didn't know that fucking question was coming. And
She said
they
she
caught
said
her
it.
off guard.
She said it. They knew what they was going to run her as. They knew.
Listen, listen,
I
listen,
can give you that.
listen.
I can see that catching her off guard. I can give
They
you that.
caught her off guard on that interview, and if you look at the way that she reacted to it, she was apprehensive about even answering that shit, and she had to say something. She had to go
Right.
off
She did
script. She
what
had to
Barack
go off
Obama
script.
wouldn't do. She did what Barack Obama wouldn't do. Barack Obama never says I'm Black. You've never heard him say that.
So the thing about it though is you can't come back. You can't come back and remix it. which is one of the reasons why she kind of tried to. I would imagine that they advised her to stay away from even getting into that type of question. Kamala
Yeah.
Harris is running her campaign. They
Hmm.
are running her campaign like a motherfucking military operation. No off script answers. You answer
Facts.
the same way every single interview. You don't deviate off none of that shit. They are running her shit like a
Facts.
tight ship. The only thing that I've seen her even get remotely pressed on a little bit, and they limit the amount of time that the interviewer have to ask questions, is on this recent MSNBC interview. And they just had to keep going to the next question, next question, next
Hmm.
question. She don't sit down for extended interviews, none of that shit. So when you see her kind of get out of pocket, or when people kind of press her, that's when she start to squirm a little bit. But now that she had been on that Breakfast Club interview, you can't really come back from it, especially considering that she's endeared herself to black women and black people. And a lot of the people that you even interview on the street, they say, I'm voting for her because she a black person or she a black woman.
Right, and but that's why it's going to be so bad. It doesn't matter that she's not, but the fact that she ran on that and she's not. I keep saying, and I said from the beginning when we were talking
You
about
think
her,
that she ran on
she
that, Mika? I don't think she ran
yes
on
she
it.
did. Yes, yeah. Joe Biden already said he only picked her because she was quote unquote black. You got to remember the Democratic Party's strong vote is black women.
Yeah, but I don't think that that's what she was running on. I think that that's what she leveraged because she just. It's almost like
Yeah,
what's
that's what
understood
she does.
don't have to be talked about, right?
But
Hmm.
they knew she wasn't black, right? But because of how the United States views mixed people, they knew it would be an easy fit because you give black women some a tan woman and she says she's black, oh, she's just going to be black.
I don't think
Like
that it
you got
matters.
women
I
that's
don't
not
think that it
black.
matters. I don't think that it matters. I don't give a.
It
I
don't
don't.
matter
I
what
don't. I
people.
don't think it matters what Candace Owens discovered. I don't think
I
it
think it
matters.
matters. And I think it matters because then really that is not a black woman. So all
Matter.
this little achievement that black women keep saying that they're gonna have with her, no, that's why she does so much for Asians.
I
She's
bet you if
done a
you
lot
ask
for the
any
Asian
person that was
community.
already thought that they made up their mind, who if they was voting for Kamala Harris, none of them is gonna say that they changed their mind because of this discovery of possibly her not being black. None of them. Zero.
Hell, Rachel Douglas has
But
done
that's
more
what the
than
problem
Kamala.
is.
But my point is, it doesn't
That's what
matter
the
what we
problem is.
think. Listen, we could be as right as we could be as right as right. One of the things that I learned in business, and this is
Hmm.
some of the stuff that I used to tell my clients, they would come to me and say, especially in the web development space, and they would say, "Hey, man, I want to do this, and I want to have this awesome app." Say, "Okay, cool." And then the question that I will always ask them, no matter what, how awesome the product was, is, "All right, so what's the marketing strategy?" And they'd be like, "What you mean? What's the marketing strategy?" It doesn't matter how good your product is if you can't convince the people that you are better than the competition, or at least give them the opportunity to discover you and say that, give you the chance. I don't give a fuck how good your marketing strategy is. I don't care how great you are. I don't care how true it is. You lose 10 times out of
Because
10.
it's not.
And so it's the same
Yeah,
thing
because it's not
when it
believable.
comes to it's the same thing when it comes to this election. It's the same thing that comes with everything. It doesn't matter if it's true or not. It don't matter if it's a bombshell report. The only thing that matters is if it's going to affect the vote. I don't believe personally that anybody that has made up their mind that they're gonna vote for Kamala Harris, and you know me, you know which way I'm voting. I don't believe that anybody that's made up their mind that they're gonna vote for Kamala Harris is going to do anything different as a result of this discovery if it's true.
Only
I don't
reason
think
I
that it's gonna
say
change the vote either, but it should change it.
Why? Why should it
It
change?
should change the vote
I'm just go ahead.
Well,
because black people have a bad habit of always being up in arms when cultural appropriation is being placed in front of them,
no, they
and this is
don't.
a
Because
prime
if that was
example
the
of it.
case, then they would be celebrating Ben Carson.
Oh, I said that on TikTok and they all got mad. I said, why y'all didn't pick Condoleezza
I,
Rice?
I can't argue with that. You got it.
I don't think it matters. Once they hate you,
They
they hate you. If they love you, they love you. Once they made up their mind that they're gonna vote a certain way, honest to God, I don't think that she's going to win because I just think that there's a silent majority that's just that's fucking with Trump. That at the end
Yes.
of the day, it's whether or not you're in a better space
Yeah,
than you was back when you was in 2017. However, I believe that the people that was gonna fuck with her was gonna rock with her anyway. You're not gonna get
But
none of these women that's gonna
yeah.
scroll to the polls, gonna switch up and say, you know what? Now that Candace Owens has discovered this, I'm not voting for her no more. I don't see that.
right, but they can't say one thing they can't say, one thing they can't lean their hat on is her being a black woman.
Don't
And
matter.
and and
A win is a
and
win. To the Democratic Party, a win is a win.
well, she's not going to win because I think one, the polls is already showing she's not going to win. But I think there are a lot of people that are not going to tell people that they're voting for Trump because they don't want the smoke, so they're just quiet about it. But I don't think she's going to win. But what I'm saying is all the hype is the fact that she's a quote unquote black woman, because you had Hillary Clinton who would have been the first woman and she didn't get in. So now if a black woman got in, it's like, oh, the first woman president was a black woman and she's not black.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's not
Not
meaningful
even
to me
half
because
black.
it wouldn't be meaningful to me because I don't vote for people based off of their nationality. I would have voted for Vivek
I
Ramaswamy.
don't either.
I would have, you know what I'm saying? Like, it didn't matter to me. I don't care about nationality. I care about policy.
Right, which is why she shouldn't have said anything, right? Because they would have voted for her off the fact that she was, doing symbolism, AKAs, and
I
all
don't
that
think that
other
they
stuff.
voting for her because of anything that she doing. I think that a lot of people voting against Trump. The campaign is
Yeah,
whether or not you fuck with Trump or not whether or not she good enough. She's clearly not even in her league. She's not smart enough. She can't answer any questions off script. She completely oblivious to anything. I don't think that the
Yeah,
campaign. That's why when you ask most people and you say, "Hey, why are you voting for Kamala Harris?" Well, I'm not fucking with Trump. The campaign is against Trump, not for Kamala Harris.
I agree. I agree. But
yeah,
the whole black woman thing is again where it started to gain momentum.
Yeah.